just took a dookie, so now I gotta change his diaper before we can get started talking about boobies. It didn't get on me this time, y'all. It didn't get on me. Alright, I hope this is freaking clear. My hair look kind of crazy, but my baby hair is laid okay. Are you smiling? Oh my goodness, you're gonna shut it. Before I even pick him up, smile gone. Say hi. I'm 2 months old now, y'all. Say, I'm 2 months old now. And I'm a big boy. What it do, YouTube? I am back with another video. If you are new to Withkrissyrae, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn my notifications on. That way you know whenever I post another video. Today, we talking about boobies. They used to be our fun bags for our men, but now they are a food supply for our children. So they're not that fun anymore. But breastfeeding can be amazing if you know what you're doing. I feel like I know what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to give you guys some tips that I have learned from experience from the beginning, from the time I brought baby boy home from the hospital. So let's just jump right into it. Tip number 1 is for all my pregnant women. If you are about to have a baby or you just got home from the hospital with your baby and started breastfeeding, you're like, this hurts. Oh, hell no. This is hell. My nipple's about to fall off. I feel you. I was there and I wanted to cry because my nipples scabbed up. Yours might bleed. They might fall off. Just kidding. All you need is some lanolin, or, you know, if you're one of those organic, super organic moms, they have like a super organic made nipple cream to soothe it. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's magical. It doesn't make it feel all that much better, but it is soothing to the nipples in between breastfeedings. But every time, I remember when he was first born, I used to be like, oh shit, he's hungry again. Damn, my nipples. I stuck with it because I knew that in the end, everybody kept telling me it's going to get easier, it's going to get easier, and it did. So the first 2 weeks were hell, and we got through it. So that's my number 1 tip to you ladies. Just stick with it. Stick with it. Commit to it if you're going to do it. Tip number 2 is, well, this worked for me, and I don't do it anymore. The first entire month, I logged every feeding. So if he ate at 12:47 for 9 minutes, I was writing 12:47, 9 minutes. Then I would know that at 2:47, he was probably gonna, around that time, he was probably gonna be ready to eat again. And I would log all of his feedings and try to see, obviously they're not gonna have a routine at a month or even at 2 months. It was just for my own sanity to know, okay, he ate this time, he ate for this long. I'm trying to see how long does my baby eat, how often does my baby eat, and how does that change from week to week. And in week 6, I think that's when after that week I stopped, but he was cluster feeding at week 6 because they go through these certain growth spurts. I don't know the exact times of when they go through these growth spurts, but I know one of them is at 6 weeks. So when they go through those growth spurts, they will cluster feed. They will do it through the night too, so just know that for like 2 or 3 nights, you're going to be feeding a lot more often. Tip number 3, pumping and feeding schedule. That is super hard to balance for all of my working moms. I work 2 or 3 days a week. So when I go to work, I'm at work for about 6 hours. I know my son needs at least 6 ounces while I'm gone. So I just went back to work last week. What I do is I try to pump, me personally, 2 times a day. But if your child eats 8 times a day, 4 of those times are more than likely going to be during the day. I recommend that you pump about an hour after each feeding, because your milk supply can like get back up a little bit. And even if you're only pumping, you know, 1 to 3 ounces, you do that 4 times a day and you have, you know, enough milk for 6 hours or so. I pump either 2 or 4 times a day. So I think this is tip number 4. When you're pumping, if you feel like the milk has stopped coming into the bottle, reposition the flanges on your nipple, because your nipple, like, there's so many little holes that milk comes out of. If I position it a little bit more to the left or to the right, then more milk will start coming out. and I'll get like another ounce or half an ounce. And girl, every little drop counts. Because ladies, I love breastfeeding my little baby boy, but when you have a baby on your tit all day, half the day, and then you have this whole machine just sucking milk out of you, you know, it's like you want to make it count. So yeah, before I give up on taking the pump off and turning it off, whatever, I reposition it to make sure that I'm getting as much milk out as possible. My breastfeeding Bible, it is called Nursing Mother's Companion. My mom got it for me. It's not one of those sit and read type of things. It's like a reference. So, you know, if you want to talk about weaning, painting your nipples, leaking milk, lopsided boobs, engorgement, all of that is in here. Whenever I have a question, instead of Googling, I got this little baby. This is my lactation consultant right here. It's going to be different with every mom because, you know, we all got different nipples and we all got different babies. So, you know. But breastfeeding is great. I don't judge any woman that doesn't breastfeed because some moms it's just not for them. Oh, totally forgot. I made the biggest mistake ever. I fucked up. When Kai first came home from the hospital in the first month, I wasn't getting any sleep. I was having to get up constantly to, not even to feed him, just to soothe him or whatever. Just know there wasn't no sleep. Nobody was getting no sleep, especially me. So I started co-sleeping. At first, like before he was born, I was like, no, I can't have this little baby in the bed next to me. I'm gonna roll over on him. But in this Bible that I read about co-sleeping, it actually says that women, mothers who breastfeed, those children are less likely to suffer from SIDS than those who are formula fed, and also mothers who are breastfeeding and don't smoke. So that's another factor. But hopefully you're not smoking, you quit smoking, you know, before you got pregnant or as soon as you found out, whatever. So started co-sleeping. It went well. It's like I have this like seventh sense, because I really got a whole lot of senses now that I have a child. And I know that he's there, and I curl around him. So we've never had any incidences. I make sure that there's no pillows, no blankets over his face or near his face so he can suffocate. And we've been sleeping like that for 2 months now. So now I'm trying to break the co-sleeping because now he's not eating so much at night. He's eating maybe twice a night. I can get up and get him out the crib, which is right next to my bed, 2 times. Not to say that it hasn't been just easy to pop a boob in his mouth doing the sideline position. So now he cries in his sleep. And when he cries, I assume he's hungry, or I have assumed that he was hungry, so I would just put a boob in his mouth. Come to find out, he's using me as a pacifier. So even when we just took a nap on the couch earlier this afternoon, he started fussing in his sleep and putting his hand, like trying to suck his thumb in his mouth. And when that wasn't satisfying him, he's looking for the boob. So I have become a human pacifier, and he won't take a passy. So if you have any tricks besides holding it in his mouth or tapping it or whatever, because none of that works, okay? I tried it. I did it. I tried it. It don't work. He don't want the pacifier. So now I can't get the kid out my bed. And me and my fiance, you know, we want the bed to ourselves now. It's about that time. And I just want to put him back in his crib. I tried to do it last night. He slept in there for like 30 minutes and then boom, he was crying. And sometimes it's because he spit up, but usually it's because he wants the boob passy. This has to stop. So ladies, if you have any tips for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I done said everything that I think that you guys need to know. And if you come across anything else, you need to go get this book. This is the biggest tip I can give you. And, you know, my little YouTube ass ain't sponsored by it. It's just a good book. It has every question you need to know. Every answer to every question in here. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you, ladies, for watching. If you have any more requests on, like, this whole mom journey, from morning routine, nighttime routine, we ain't on no routines. I don't know. Just if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or have any video requests. I have a lot of videos coming out. I'm doing my weekly vlogs, but I want to hear from my subscribers. What do y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see more stuff with my fiance? Like, whatever. I'm done. I'm ranting. I'm sleepy and I'm hungry. So, yeah. Peace. Oh, he's sleeping. So peaceful. I just had to get that before we go because he's so cute. This really the baby. About to put him in his crib. Hopefully he will nap in there and that will help train him to sleep in there at night. Oh, he's about to cry. See? He's about to cry in his sleep. Oh no, he's waking up. You heard me talking about you. I wasn't talking bad. I was just, telling them what you be doing. How you be driving me kind of crazy because you don't want to sleep in your own bed. You're not here for it. I get it. Ooh.